That's what we were discussing. And yes, so we discussed yesterday till shloka number 29. Is that correct? And 30 onwards we are supposed to start today. Please let me know if I am saying wrong, because I don't remember nowadays many things. Okay, I'm in ignorance. Okay, Canto 8, chapter 8, text 30. Atha Sida Varuni Devi Kanya Kamalalochana Asuraja Hastam Vai Hariran Matenate. Atha, thereafter, after the appearance of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, Rama. Yesterday we discussed how Mother Lakshmi, Rama, appeared and how she married to Lord Vishnu and how she rejected everyone. Asi, there was Varuni, Varuni Devi, the demigoddess who controls drunkards. Even you see, Krishna's arrangement is so nice. Even there is a Devi who controls the drunkards. Kanya, a young girl, Kamala Lochana, lotus-eyed Asura, the demon Jaggu, accepted Tam, her by Veer Hare, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Anumatena, by the order they. Next, translation and purport by His Divine Grace is Bhakti Consumption. Prabhupada ki jai. Next appeared Varuni, the lotus-eyed goddess who controls drunkards. With the permission of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the demons headed by Bali Maharaj took possession of this young girl. They said, okay, this you take. Ato dheirya madhyamanat kashyapar mritarthibhi udatishtan maharaja purusha paramadbhuta. Atha, thereafter Udade from the ocean of milk, Madhyamanat while being churned, Kashyapai by the sons of Kashyap, namely the demigods and the demons, Amrit Arthivi, anxious to get nectar from the churning, Udatishta, there appeared Maharaj, O King Purusha, a male person, Parama, highly Adbhuta, wonderful, O King. Thereafter, while the sons of Kashyap, both demons and demigods, were engaged in churning the ocean of milk, a very beautiful, a very wonderful male person appeared. Now be alert, who is going to come? Very wonderful male person appeared. Dirgha Peevar Doradanda Kambu Grivo Runekshanaha Shyamal Astarunaha Strigvi Sarva Bharana Bhushita. About that male person beauty. Dirgha, long. Peevar, stout and strong, though danda, the arms, kambu, like a conch shell, griva, the neck, aruna, ikshana, reddish eyes, shyamala, blackish complexion, taruna, very young, sragavi, wearing a flower garland, sarva, all abharana, with ornament, bhushita, decorate. He was strongly built, his arms were long, stout and strong, his neck, which was marked with 3 lines, resembled a conch shell. His eyes were reddish and his complexion was blackish. He was very young, he was garlanded with flowers and his entire body was fully decorated with various ornaments. Okay. Pitavasa Mahoraska Sumrishtamani Kundala Snigdha Kunchit Keshanta Subhaga Singha Vikrama Amrita Purna Kalasam. Okay. Amrit Purna Kalasam Vibrat Valay Bhushita. Pitavasa, wearing yellow garments, Maha, his chest very broad, Sumrishta Mani Kundala, whose earrings were well polished and made of pearl, Snikta polished, Kunchita Kesha, curling hair, Anta at the end, Subhaga, separated and beautiful, Simha Vikrama, strong like lion, Amrit with nectar, Apurna filled to the top, Kalasamechar Vibrut, moving Valaya with bangles, Bhushita decorated. So he was dressed in yellow garments and wore brightly polished earring made of pearls. The tips of his hair were anointed with oil, and his chest was very broad. His body had all good features. He was stout and strong like a lion, and he was decorated with bangles. In his hand, he carried a jug filled to the top with nectar. Amrit came now. That's what they were doing all the effort now. सवै भगवता साक्षात् विष्णुरेशांश संभवा धन्वन्तरीर्ख्यात आयुर्वेद त्रिकिज्य भाग साही वै indeed Bhagavata of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sakshat directly Vishnu of Lord Vishnu Amsa Sambhava incarnation of plenary portion of a plenary portion Dhanvantari, Dhanvantari iti thus Khyata celebrated Ayurveda fully conversant in the medical science. Ijabhak, one of the demigods eligible to share the benefits of sacrifices. This person was Dhanvantari, a plenary portion of Lord Vishnu. Bhagwan Dhanvantari ki jai. He was very conversant with the science of medicine, Ayurveda. He is the father of Ayurveda. And as one of the demigods, he was permitted to take a share in the sacrifices. Shrimadvacharya remarks, Tesham satyat chalan chal Tesham satyat chalan artham harir dhanvantarir vibhu samarthopi asuranam tu swahastat amchat sudham swahastat amchat sudham. In his own hand he had Sudha, Amrit. Dhanvantari was carrying the jug containing nectar, was a plenary incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. But although he was very strong, the Asuras were able to take the jug of nectar from his hands. Okay. Text 35. Tamalokya Sura Sarve Kalasam Chamrtabhritam Lipsanta Sarvastuni Kalasam Tarsaharan. So now 35 and 36 they will take away the nectar, demons, from the hand of Dhanvan. Come him Alokya seeing Asura, the demons, survey all of them, Kalasam the container of nectar, Cha also Amrit Abhutam filled with nectar. Leave Santa, desiring strongly Sarvastuni, all of the Kalasam, the jug, Tarasa immediately Aharan snatched away. Upon seeing Dhanvantari carrying the jug of nectar, the demons desiring the jug and its contents immediately snatched it away by force. In this time, they did not think about anything whether we want or you want. No, they just saw and they just ran away. Okay. Niyamane asuraistasmin kalase amrit bhajane vishanna manaso deva harim sharanam ayayu. Niyamane being carried asurai by the demons tasmin that kalase jug amrit bhajane containing nectar vishanna manasa aggrieved in mind deva all the demigods harim into the supreme lord sharanam take shelter ayayu went. When the jug of nectar was carried off by the demons, the demigods were morose. Thus they sought shelter at the lotus feet of the supreme Godhead. This is the difference between the demigods and the demons. Okay, demigods will take shelter of Lord Hari, the problem. Demons will take shelter of at most demigods like Brahma or Shiva. Otherwise, they believe in their own strength that we will do everything. We are powerful, we are independent. And yeah, we can do it. This is the difference. So here anyway they planned and the plan was that when the nectar will come, Krishna said, anyway you let them take anything, don't ask anything. At the end, I will make sure the nectar you will get. So same Bali Maharaj and other demons planned anyway with the help of they have brought this proposal to share the ocean of milk and nectar will come out. Anyway, these demigods are already weak, so at the end we will finish them and nectar we will take. So they took it. Okay. So now when they took away, all the demigods become morose, and now they are thinking what to do. So much effort we did, and we got what? Nothing. So they approached Lord Vishnu, Lord Hari, and took shelter of him. So next sloka, Lord Hari will assure them, I am here, don't worry. I am here, no fear. इति तदैन्यम् आलोक्य भगवान् वृत्तकामकृत् मा किञ्चित् मितोऽर्थं वा साधिष्यवे स्वमायया. In this way, the of the demigod Dainyam Morosen's Alokya, seeing Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality Godhead, Vritta Kamakrit, who is always ready to fulfill the desire of his servant. Very, very important word is this kind of words are coming many times. Satvatam Pati, Bhaktavatsala, and here Vritta Kamakrit. Vritta Kam, Vritta means servant. So Krishna is Vritta Kamakrit, means he is always ready to fulfill the desire of his servant. Servants are always servant is ready to fulfill the desire of Krishna because he is our master. But this master Krishna is wonderful personality that he is ready to fulfill all the desire of his servant. His servant or master does not mean that master only giving all the punishment and service to the servant. And when servant needs something, need something, some food, something basic thing, then master saying, hey, go away. No, Krishna is Pratya Kamakrit. He is always ready to fulfill the desire of his servants. Ma Khityat, do not be aggrieved. Mitha, by a quarrel, Artham to get nectar for all of you. Sadhisya, I shall execute. Swamaya, by my own energy. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who always desires to fulfill the ambitions of his devotees, saw that the demigods were mortals, he said to them, do not be aggrieved. By my own energy, I shall bewilder the demons by creating a quarrel among them. Krishna can do anything. If Krishna can enter within the demons and create Rajoguna more so that they will chant very fast, then he can create some fight in between them also. So he said, Krishna is doing some. Actually, this Leela is very nice. Here, Krishna is doing a lot of things. It's not like anyway, first come and kill and finish. So by my own energy, I shall bewilder the demons by creating a quarrel among them. In this way, I shall fulfill your desire to have the nectar. 38 to 40, the demons will start quarreling. Mita kalir bhute sham tadarte tarshachetasam aham purvam natam iti prabho. That's it. Demons mentality is this. Aham purvam natam. Nida among themselves, Kali, disagreement and quarrel, Abu, Darva, Tesham, of all of them, Tat Arte, for the sake of nectar, Tarsha Chetasam, bewildered in heart and soul by the energy, by the illusory energy of Vishnu. I, Purvam first, I, Purvam first, not, not, Idi das Prabhu, O King. O King, a quarrel then arose among the demons over who quarrel arose for what? The quarrel then arose among the demons over who would get the nectar first, who will drink first. Now this is the jagada. Everybody is saying Am Purvam, Natam. Each of them said, you cannot drink it first. I must drink it first. Me first, not you, not you. Am Purvam, Natam. Like that they started fighting. Prabhupada is saying wonderfully that this is the symptom of demons. The first concern of a non-devotee is how to enjoy his personal sense gratification at once, whereas the devotee's first concern is to satisfy the Lord. Okay? Non-devotee will satisfy his senses first, and devotee will satisfy Krishna's senses. They got it, they have no idea. You did a lot of work, na? Whatever you got, first offer it to Krishna. No. Aham Purvam. This is the distinction between the non-devotees and the devotees. And another thing, devotees will first offer others. First you take. That's the this thing is culture. And suppose you got something, they say you also were doing same service, na? Please take. You take first. I will take later. But demons will take first. I want first. And if it is something remaining, they'll give you. And they'll say, I'm doing mercy on you. See, I'm giving you also. Sharing with you. What you are sharing? You are sharing because you are not able to eat now anymore. Now, like that, some people will do. It's not very good. Devotees mentality, devotee first they will eat. First they will share, then they will eat. In ninth canto, the story of Raja Rantidev is there. He was fasting for many days, and then when his fast was over, after many days he was about to eat, somebody came and asked for food. He gave. Then another remaining some part he gave. Then he thought this may I. So much was there. He was anyway king, so he gave enough. Finally, he gave so much. So many people gave. He gave so much that only one plate is remaining with him now. Now he has to eat. Many days he has no fast. He is done fasting. So then some other people came. They said, we are also hungry for 9 days. You are working. You should give us food. He said, okay, take it. Then only one bowl, one small pot he kept with him. So then again somebody came. That also he gave. Then he has only water. Then also some came. Finally, one person came with a dog. So he gave to dog also. And he said, because dog is also your citizen in your kingdom. Dog also living. So king has duty not to only fulfill the desires and needs of humans, but also whoever, all the living entities in the kingdom, king should take care. So dog also. So finally, is nothing, right? So that's a duty. And then all the demigods became very happy. Everybody very happy. Raja Ranti, they came, they blessed him. And then they said, actually, we were taking test of you, whether how much you are having this tolerance, mercy, kindness, and how much great you are, or you are just doing a show of doing fast. Okay. Otherwise, you could have, I was fasting for many days. I must eat now. You go. If I first let me eat, and if something remains, I'll give you. No, he didn't say anything. He first gave, and he was having so much. First he gave, and okay, you are satisfied. Should I start now? Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to start. But another person gave. So first he gave. So first you should give to others, and then we should take this life. So this is the distinction between the non-devotees and the devotee. In this material world, since most people are non-devotees, they regularly compete, fight, disagree, and war among themselves. For everyone wants to enjoy and satisfy his own senses. Therefore, unless such demons become Krishna conscious and are trained to satisfy the senses of the Lord, there can be no question of peace in human society or any society even that the demigods. If everybody thinks that I should satisfy my senses, there will be jagada, there will be always fight. So in Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada is training us that we should serve others first and then we take. So then there will be always peace. So that whether it is demigods or whoever, so whichever society it is, if everybody is thinking to satisfy their own senses, then there will be quarrel, there will be problems. There won't be any peace. Acha. The demigods and devotees, however, always surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus the Lord is always anxious to satisfy their ambitions, while the demons fight to satisfy their own senses. Therefore, this Bible is saying that unless we become Krishna conscious and train ourselves, there won't be any peace. Okay. The demigods and devotees, however, always surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus the Lord is always insisted by their enemies. Because devotees have already surrendered to Krishna, so Krishna is very much ready to fulfill their desire. Already I explained that he is very nice master. He always thinks that my servant should be happy. It's not like Kali Yuga master. They think only master means I have to be happy and servant should suffer. We don't care. Krishna take care of every needs of servants. And he is anxious. What is written here? He is anxious to satisfy their ambition. So Krishna is always thinking, "Arey, my servant is in problem. Let me go and fulfill his desire. His problem I should remove like that." We should remember this word. What is that? Vritta Kamakrit. Right? Krishna is Vritya Kamakrit. He's always ready to fulfill the. He's always anxious to fulfill the desire of his servants. Vritya Kamakrit. Bhakta Vatsal. Always loving. So while the demons fight to satisfy their own senses, devotees engage in devotional service to satisfy the senses of the Lord. And devotees always satisfy Krishna first. Because if Krishna is happy, Krishna is satisfied, Tasmin to stay, Jagat to stay, everybody will be satisfied. Okay. So the members of the Krishna conscious must be alert in regard to this point, and then their preaching of the Krishna conscious will be successful. So we have to satisfy Krishna first, and then our preaching of everything will be satisfied. So everyone should think of satisfying Krishna first. Krishna is happy and satisfied with us, everybody will be satisfied. Even Devatas will be satisfied, even families, Mitras, whoever. Okay. Once there was a Pujari in a kingdom for a king. So this Pujari one day went in the garden. In the garden, he saw that the gardener is putting some water on the leaf and on the branches, on the twigs, and the flowers. Everybody is putting water. So gardener, the Pujari said, "Arey, what you are doing? You put water on the root, na?" He said, "No, no, no. If I put only in the root, what about the leaf? What about the twigs? What about the branches? Everything has water, na? So I am putting everywhere." He said, "Arey, you are fool number one. So why? Because if you put water in the root, everywhere it is already reached. That's the system." He said, it's like that. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. Then he he went inside. So inside he saw one person was there and he's eating. So he's taking food and putting on his forehead and applying, right? And he's telling that forehead will eat. He's putting on the hand. He's putting on the leg. He's everywhere. He's putting the food. So they said, "Arey, why are you gone mad? Why?" So Arey, you just put food in the stomach. Everywhere it is reached. He said, "No, no. What about my hand? What about my leg? What about my eyes?" And they will feel tired. I need to feed them. So he's saying, here, everywhere. He's trying to put food. And where you just feed inside the stomach and everything will be satisfied. So then this fourth fellow, this gardener also came there and the person who is eating food both said, "You are telling us food, but you are also food only. Na? You are worshipping this devata, this pitras, that pitras, so many things you are worshipping. Just serve Krishna only, everybody is satisfied." Then he said, "Oh, like that, huh?" So he got the idea. Okay, so only Krishna has to be satisfied, everybody is satisfied. And devotees are always first they will satisfy Krishna and then they will never think about satisfying their own senses. They always think of Krishna because they are always trying to satisfy Krishna, and Krishna is Vritta Kamakrit. Krishna is always trying to fulfill their desires. So there won't be any problems. Devotee is not at all worrying whether I will get or not. But he is worrying only I have to serve Krishna. Okay. देवा स्वं भागम अर्हन्ति ये तुल्याया सहेतवा सत्रयाग इवैतस्मिन् अन्येषा धर्म सनातना इति स्वान् प्रत्यषेधन् वै दैतेया जातवत्सरा दुर्बला प्रबलान् राजन् गृहीत कलशान् मुहुः देवा the demigod swam bhagavan swam bhagam their own share arhanti deserve to take ye all of them who Tulya Ayash Hitva, who made an equal endeavor. Satrayage in the performance of sacrifices, Eva similarly, Etasmin in this matter, Esha thus Dharma, religion, Sanatana, eternal iti thus. Swan among themselves, Pratyadesha, Pratyashedhan, forward one another. Why indeed Daityeya, the sons of Diti Jat Matsara, envious Durbala, weak Prabhalan by those Rajan of King Grahita possessing Kalasan, the jug containing nectar. Some of the demons said, all the demigods have taken part in churning the ocean of milk. Now, as everyone has an equal right to partake in. Some of the demons said that all the demigods have taken part in churning the ocean of milk. Now, as everyone has an equal right to partake in public sacrifice, according to the eternal system, it is befitting that the demigods now have a share of the net. Working in this way, the weaker demons forward the stronger demons to take the nectar. Desiring to take the nectar, those among the demons who were less strong spoke in favor of the demigod. Okay, because they thought maybe we will not get anything, so let's speak otherwise. So the weaker Daityas naturally pleaded on behalf of the demigods to stop the stronger Daityas from drinking the nectar without sharing it. So in this way, they said if we may talk about dharma, so they will share to them. So anyway, we will get. If they only drink, then what is the guarantee we will get? So in this way, disagreement and trouble arose as they forbade one another to drink the nectar. Now nobody is able to drink. Everybody is saying Ampupum, and this that, and nobody is able to drink. Okay, and everybody started fighting. Okay, now 41 to 46. एतस्मिन्नन्तरे विष्णु सर्वोपाय विधीश्वरा योषिद्र ओम निर्देश्यं दधार परमद्भुतं प्रेक्षणीयोत्पलश्यामं सर्वावयव सुन्दरम् समानकर्णाभरणं सुकपोलन्नसाननं नवयौवन्निवृत्तस्तन् भारकृशोदरम् मुखामोदानुरक्तालिजङ्कारोद्विग्नलोचनं बिभ्रत सुकेश भारेण मालामुत्फुल्लमल्लिकां सुग्रीव कण्ठाभरणं सुभुजाङ्गदभूषितं विरजाम्बर संविधितं शोभया काञ्च्या प्रविलसद्गल सद्वल्गुचलच्चरणनुपूरं सवीर्ण स्मित विक्षिप्त भूविलासावलोकनै दैत्ययूतपचेतः सुकाममुद्दीपयन्मुहुः. Okay, this is the wonderful description of the beauty of Mohini Murti. Shuddha Goswami is explaining. Etasmin antare, after this incident, Lord Vishnu Sarva Upaya, with one who knows how to deal with the different situations. This is another name of Krishna, Sarva Upaya, with he knows in this situation what I have to do. Actually, so that's why if we are stuck in some place where we don't know now what to do in this situation, how to deal, we should take shelter of Krishna like Arjuna, and then Krishna will guide us because he knows. Okay. Ishvara, the supreme controller, Yoshit Rupam, the form of a beautiful woman. Mohini Murti ki jai. Anirdeshyam, no one could ascertain who she was. Dadhar, assumed param supremely, adbhutam, wonderful, prekshaniya, pleasing to look at. Utpal shyamam, blackish like a newly grown lotus. Sarva, all avyava, parts of the body, sundaram, very beautiful. Saman, equally adjusted. Karna avarna, ornaments on the ear. Sukapola, very beautiful cheeks. Punnas ananam, a raised nose on her face. Navayavana, newly youthful. Nirvritta stana, breast not agitated. Dhara, weight. Krisha, very lean and thin. Udram, waist. Mukha, face. Amoda, creating pleasure. Anurakta, attracted. Ali, bumblebees. Jhankar, making a humming sound. Udvigna, from anxiety. Lochanam, her eyes vibrate, moving. Sukesha Bharina, by the weight of beautiful hair. Malam with a flower garland. Full Mallika, made of fully grown Mallika flowers. Sugriva, a nice neck. Kant Avarnam, ornamented with beautiful jewelry. Subhuja, very beautiful arms. Angad Bhushitam, decorated with bangles. Viraja Ambara, very clean cloth. Sambhita, spread Nitamba, breast. Dvipa, appearing like an island. Shobhaya, by such beauty. Kancha, on the belt on the waist. Pravilasar, spreading over. Valgu, very beautiful. Charat Charana Nupuram, moving ankle belt. Utsav Reed Smith, smiling with shyness, Vikship, the glancing through Vilasa, activities of the eyebrows, Avalokanai, glancing over Daitya Yutapa, the leaders of the demon Chetasu, in the core of the heart, Kama, by lusty desire, Buddhi by the awakening constantly. Okay, translation from 41 to 46, almost 6 slokas kept together. Appearance and beauty of Lord Mohini Murti. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, who can counteract any unfavorable situation, then assume the form of an extremely beautiful woman. This incarnation as a woman, Mohini Murti, was most pleasing to the mind. Her complexion resembled in color of a newly grown blackish lotus, and every part of her body was beautifully situated. Her ears were equally decorated with earrings, her cheeks were very beautiful, her nose was raised, and her face full of youthful luster. Her large breast made her waist seem very thin, attracted by the aroma of her face and body. Bumblebees hummed around her, and thus her eyes were restless. Her hair, which was extremely beautiful, was garlanded with mallika flowers. Her attractively constructed neck was decorated with a necklace and other ornaments. Arms were decorated with bangles. Her body was covered with clean sari, and her breasts seemed like island in an ocean of beauty. Her legs were decorated with ankle bells because of the movement of her eyebrows as she smiled with shyness and glanced over the demons. All the demons were saturated with lusty desires, and every one of them desired to possess her. Okay, Sukha Goswami gives wonderful explanation about the beauty of Minimurti. He explains about Putana beauty also very nice. Many places they explain the beautiful features of devotees and Vaikuntha and Lord. Very nice explanation. So Mohinimurti has appeared. Now Prabhupada is writing that because of the Supreme Lord's assuming the form of a beautiful woman to arouse the lusty desire of the demon, the description of her complete beauty is given here. Okay. So you think Krishna is attracting even Kamadev. He is Madan Mohan. And now if that Krishna appeared in the form of a woman, what will happen to the demons? Definitely the lust desires will come out. Okay.